Okay, all set?
Yep, we're good.
Uh, Okay, all right. Well, hello, everybody. It's a pleasure to be back, a pleasure to be supporting James in having a day off and to be here with you teaching this work. As Alicia said, James and I have worked together for a long time, specifically doing the nervous system work. And so I'm excited to be sharing some things with you today. We're going to start seated. You can sit in any way that's comfortable for you. I'm on a big cushion. You can certainly be in a chair. You can arrange yourself any way that you like. It just does not matter as long as you feel comfortable and that your body can be upright and alert, but also at ease. So we're going to start just with our eyes closed and shoulders just relaxed and hanging. Hands can be anywhere that feels supportive. And let's take 3 breaths together in through your nose. I like to shrug my shoulders up tight into my ears to give a little squeeze of the muscles that have a hard time letting go. Exhale, let go, and make a little sound with your breath, whether that's a sigh or a hum or something else that feels good. A couple more times. Inhaling up to shrug if that feels right for your body. Exhale, let that go. Inhale, do it again. And if your body is calling for any kind of extra movement, please don't stop that from happening. This is your time, your practice, your opportunity to tune in. And we're going to do a little movement just to get us centered and grounded and present in our body and in our work today. So give a little wiggle from the hips, just a little movement, little shift. Now if you're on the cushion, it's a little easier to kind of get that wiggle going. If you're on a chair, you can let it be a little gentler. And see if you can bring the wiggle up into your waist. I'm going to put my hands on my rib cage and my waist to see if I can get that movement to happen a little bit more in the middle of me. And then put your hands on your shoulders, kind of move your shoulders in any way that you want, forward and back, rolling them side to side. And then see if you can let that movement meet your head and neck just a little. You're kind of testing it out. How's the neck today? And add a little bit of side to side. You might drop your face, circle your chin. So your left ear comes towards your left shoulder. Drop your chin, drop your face. Right ear goes to your right shoulder. Really just practicing listening to what your body wants, how big, how small, how slow, how fast. It's not about mimicking what I do. I'm just the guide. And then you let your body direct you. Let your head come back to center, shoulders circle up and back a couple of times. You can keep your eyes closed and just listen to my voice if you'd like. And then circle the other direction. You should feel kind of like you're washing your shoulders and shoulder blades on your back. And then let your right ear drop to your right shoulder. Put your right hand either on your chair or on the ground just to take the weight so you can kind of melt yourself to the right. Feel some stretching on the left side of the body. Inhale through your nose. Let that pick you up. Drop your left ear toward your left shoulder. Just real slow and easy. Heavy to the left, taking the weight and the work in the left hand. Notice if you're holding on to your head and neck, preventing it from dropping. Take a breath and see if you can let that go, or maybe you just don't go as deep. Maybe your neck is not ready for that. Inhale yourself up nice and slow, right ear to right shoulder. Right hand comes to the ground, supporting your weight. Take your time and let your body go progressively into gravity. It's not about making the shape. It's about finding the shape that your body wants to make. Inhale through your nose to bring yourself up, left ear. It's like you're pouring water out of your left ear toward the ground. Left hand supports you. Nice and slow. Noticing when you feel like you have gone too far or far enough. You'll notice some tension, some holding. Maybe you come back from that edge just a little bit and let yourself soften. Inhale yourself up. When you take arms across the front of the body, you can grab onto your elbows and you're just going to start to kind of slosh the arms right to left. It does not matter fast or slow. I like a little kind of figure 8 spiral leading with my elbows, almost like somebody's pulling my elbow up and around into a little figure 8 loop. Left one, that's what my body likes. It can just be like this. It can be a rocking, as long as your arms are moving. And then you're going to bring that shape up across your face. Well, I have a little shoulder injury right now, so I'm going to slide my hands apart and kind of hold on with my fingers as I go over my face, because otherwise it's a little too much on my left shoulder. So you can even bring your hands apart, or you can keep that elbow hold. It just depends on what feels good, but keep moving your elbows and arms right to left. Maybe it's still just a kind of sloshy movement. Relax into your face, soften your eyes. And then work your way back down, leading with the elbows right to left, right to left. Just notice like my body wants smooth and slow, or it wants kind of hoppy, fast, swingy. Honor what your body is calling for. Arms all the way back down toward the belly. And then you're going to put your hands on your belly. So one hand down low, one hand kind of above the belly button. And then I want you to breathe into your belly. So I think about this as a kind of like hanging belly, right? Soft belly. Don't make it big. Don't try to force the breath into the belly like you're pushing outward, but just let the belly tissue soften into your hands as you inhale and exhale. So there's no squeezing, there's no holding, but it's really gentle. Don't try to make the belly big. Just allow the belly to be soft as you breathe in and out. And with each breath, imagine that a little bit more of the tension or stress of the day that you're holding in your body is kind of melting away. And maybe you feel your hips get a little heavier, or your chest relax, or your shoulders relax. Maybe you notice that your head wants to drop, kind of like you're sleepy. Maybe your spine even wants to round or get a little shorter. All of that is fine. Whatever it takes to let the tension in your belly start to melt away. And then whatever shape you're in now, keep your hands on your belly for the next little bit. And you're going to start to think about moving your insides. So move the inside belly, little to the right, little to the left. It's like kind of sloshing. And make it a little faster if you can. It's like you're trying, when you drink water, and if you move too quick, you can kind of hear and feel the water sloshing in your belly. It's a little bit like that. But to make that happen, you have to soften the outer. Let the inner slosh, 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 slosh. As fast or slow as you like, whatever position of your shoulders and head and neck feels good. And then make it a little bigger if you can. That's just an invitation. And then the next and final step of this is to place your hands, if you're on the floor, behind you somewhere, maybe on your feet, maybe on your cushion, and lean back a little and let your belly slosh right to left. Nice, soft, easy, sloshy belly. Shouldn't feel like you're putting tension into the spine or the shoulders. So just keep noticing what your body is telling you. It's telling you to go slower, maybe, or make it smaller. Or maybe you're like really digging it. And so you want to make it big and let your head and neck and shoulders move. And take another moment or two or three, depending on if you're loving it or not. And bring yourself back to center and stillness, hands supported somewhere on your lap. In through your nose, out through your mouth, soft jaw, real easy in the jaw, eyes soft and closed. And let your attention drop down into the lowest part of you. Maybe if you're in a chair, that's your feet. If you're on the floor, it might be your shins or tops of your feet. Feel your thighs heavy, just allowing gravity to support you. And consider the fact that gravity is always there to support you no matter what. It's always there, supporting your hips, supporting your spine, and your breath, always there to support you. Always there. You don't have to ask it, do anything for it. Be good enough. And you can call on it when you need to. Make it bigger. Make it make sound. Focus it into some part of your body. Always there at your access. I'm going to take a moment now to find a place in your body that feels either pleasant or neutral. First, scan your body from the bottom up or the top down. Notice a place in your body that feels good. Pleasant physical sensation, body sensation. And breathe into that space as if by breathing into it, you could expand it. You could gently coax it to spread out. So there's more of the pleasant experience in your body. Can be helpful in your mind's eye to think about that quality, that feeling as a color or light. And every time you inhale, it spreads out just a little bit more. And if you're having a hard time finding a pleasant feeling, find neutral. Like the tops of my feet feel pretty neutral. I'm aware of the sensation. It doesn't feel pleasant, really. It doesn't feel unpleasant. It just feels neutral. It's just there. And do the same thing with your breath and attention. Just very gently opening to the opportunity to spread that sensation out a little bit more. And let your eyes open in the next breath or two. Take your left arm up. We're going to just open up the ribs and diaphragm, letting some more hydration through our vagus nerve, tuning our nervous system a little bit more. Take your left arm and reach your left arm bone way up. So you feel your shoulder rise up and your armpit rise up and your rib cage rise up. It's like you're trying to shoot your left fingers through the ceiling. And do that for as long as you can. And if you need a little support, put your right hand down. Don't go over into a floppy side shape. Keep reaching up. Think of trying to open up and lengthen and lift, almost like you're trying to pull yourself up off of your seat. And then from this shape, it's not so far over as you can see. Let your head turn down and look toward the ground. And then let your head turn up and look toward the ceiling, or maybe just a little bit behind you. Look down. And I want you to really look with your eyes. Look with your eyes. Look with your eyes. Keep looking. So it's like you're stretching the muscles around your eyes, just like you're stretching the muscles around your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. Bring your head back to center. Relax your left arm down and let your spine come up really gently. Right arm reaches up. You can take your left hand if you like and kind of encourage your right arm bone upward. Elbow stays straight if possible. And then encourage your right armpit upward, and then your right rib cage and your right waist. You can also hold on to your right thigh with your left hand. That's kind of nice if you have a little more mobility. You can also let your left hand come down to give you some support. Remember, your priority is to lift up, 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 like you're trying to reach up through the ceiling. And then turn your head down and look down, and then look behind you if you can. Stretch your eyeballs. Look forward and look up. And maybe you look up and back. Don't push your neck too far. Your eyes are really what we're concerned with. Eyes moving to move your head, to move your neck. Eyes, eyes, eyes. One more time, forward and look up. Let your breath come in deep and easy, back to center. Let your right arm melt down and bring yourself up. Eyes closed. Again, bring your attention down into the lowest part of you, wherever you're connecting to the ground or your seat. And just acknowledge the support. And you can even in your mind, if you'd like, repeat, I am supported. Inhale through your nose, out through your mouth. I am supported. And what can be really nice is as you inhale, repeat the words, I am. And as you exhale, supported. I am supported. Let your body experience that by allowing some softness, more softness and ease in. And once again, bring attention or search for a place in your body that is pleasant. Pleasant body experience. And bring your attention and your breath, if possible, into that place. And see if you can just imagine expanding that pleasant feeling. Maybe it even starts to reach out and wash over someplace in your body that is unpleasant. Sometimes I think about like gold paint or even honey kind of dripping or moving throughout my body, especially a place that is unpleasant. Sometimes just needs a little coating of softness, just to ease the tension in our mind that is often connected with the feeling of tension in the body. Take a big cleansing breath in through your nose. Shrug your shoulders up. Make a little sound on the exhale. And I'm going to invite you to just take a moment to shift or change your position if you'd like to. I need a little shift. I'm going to give myself that. And then I'd like to invite you to do something called alternate nostril breathing, which is a really nice energy balancing, also sinus opening breath exercise, but it stimulates our vagus nerve and tunes our nervous system in such a nice way. So what you're going to do is take your left hand and place it right above your belly button with an open palm, and then place your right elbow in it. Now, if you're left-handed, you could do it the other way. I'm right-handed, so this is the way I'm going to do it. Right elbow is resting, so I have a little support. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my middle finger and I'm going to put it on my left nostril, or just resting. And then I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to put it on my right nostril. So middle finger and thumb on each nostril, one on each side. And what we're going to do is just gently close the left nostril with our ring finger. And as you inhale, you're going to inhale and count your breath as you bring the breath up through your right nostril. You're going to hold the breath for the same count. Switch your hands so your thumb now closes your right nostril, and you're going to exhale through your left to the same count. Now, don't switch, but inhale through your left. Place your left thumb or finger back on your left nostril and exhale out through the right. So we always exhale and inhale through the same side. Inhale through the right, counting the breath. Switch and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Switch, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Switch, exhale through the left. Counting the breath so it's always even. Inhale through the left. Plug the left side, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Switch, exhale through the left. In through the left. Switch, exhale through the right. And then just keep going. We're going to do this for one more minute. And just work on bringing ease into the belly, into the shoulders, and counting the breaths so that they're even each direction. So if you're inhaling for 5, you're exhaling for 5, and you're even on both sides. So if you start to feel a little anxious, then shorten the duration of the breath in and out. So if you started at 7 and you're feeling kind of gung-ho, but now you're feeling tension, you shorten it down to 5, and then hold that 5 count rhythm for the next many breaths. Inhaling up through one side, switching, exhaling through the other side. Inhaling through the same side, switching, exhale through the opposite side. Inhale through the same side, switch at the top, exhale through the opposite side. Inhale through the same side, switch at the top, exhale. Finish your last round when you exhale through the left side. Bring your hands onto your lap and relax. Feel the weight of your lower half. Feel free to take a big breath, add a little movement, make a little sound. And we're going to come down onto our back. So move your cushion out of the way, or make your way onto your mat, onto the floor. And lie down with your knees bent and feet flat. And if it feels good, if you know it feels good to give yourself a little support, maybe you want some support under your neck, whatever it is, go ahead and take that opportunity to get comfortable. Separate your feet far wider than your hips, and you're going to let your legs drop to the right. Inhale them back to center, let them drop to the left, just giving our hips and low back a little stretch. Inhale to the center, exhale to the right. Inhale to the center, exhale to the left. Let's do it one more time. Up and to the right. Think of melting. It's kind of our theme for today, softening, melting, surrendering and letting gravity and the breath support us. Back to center. Bring your feet back so that they're in line with your sitting bones, but the feet aren't too close to you. So it's not like preparing for doing a bridge, but it's just comfortable. And you're going to actually start to push with your feet. So you get a little wiggle through your spine. So push into the ground and push up toward your head. And it's actually kind of a push and pull with your feet, but it's not so much effort. It's just really light. So you're going to feel your pelvis start to wiggle. Let your belly soften or remain soft. It's almost like the belly wiggle we did before, but in a different position. Your chest and ribs should move, and you should feel that your head is moving on top of your neck. And then let's inhale deep through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, make a little sound. Inhale through the nose again. You're going to make a different sound, maybe a hum. Until you can't exhale anymore, keep the sound going. And then inhale again. Make some different sound. Can do kind of a vibration through the mouth, a little horse lips. And then relax. And just notice the sensation you've created in your legs, your hips, your buttocks, your pelvis, your belly, your chest. And as you allow your breath to come back to just a natural rhythm and cadence, search again for a pleasant experience in your body. Allow yourself to be surprised by what feels good. Bring your mind's eye, all of your attention and your breath, if it's possible, into that place. So for me, it's my ankles and the fronts of my shins. And as I breathe into that awareness, that pleasant kind of buzzy sensation, I want to imagine that I could spread it out. I could draw it into my feet and draw it up my calves, into my knees. And when I meet a place that is less pleasant, I'm not going to try to change it. I'm not going to argue with reality. I'm not going to tell a story about why my left knee hurts. I know why it hurts, but it just doesn't matter. And with my attention and my breath, I'm going to imagine that I could just coat that place with a little bit of the sweetness from my ankles and my shins, like I'm painting it or washing over it, a little bit of color or light, warmth, a little bit of grace, a little bit of objectivity, letting go, softening. And stick with this for a few more breaths as you continue to imagine spreading out that pleasant feeling. Or again, maybe it's just neutral. And spread it out through your body as much as you can, but without ever feeling effort or tension. Inhale through your nose. Through your mouth. Widen your feet a little. Let your legs drop to the right. Inhale them to center. Exhale, drop them to the left. And then when you're ready, drop your legs to one side, roll to that side. Keep your head and neck easy. Use your hands to push you up. Come on up to seated and reorganize yourself in a comfortable way. And let's take 3 breaths to close our practice together today, getting comfortable on your cushion, on the ground, or on your chair. And put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And just extending a lot of gratitude toward yourself for being present and for practicing. Inhale through your nose. Out through your mouth. Make a little sound, a sigh, a hum. 2 more. One more breath. I thank you for your time and attention. Such a pleasure to be here. Hope that was good for you.
Oh, thank you, Chantel. That was amazing. I feel wonderful going into my weekend now.
Yay, yay,
Yeah,
yay.
thank you
Thanks,
so
everybody.
much. Yeah, and
You're
I got my
welcome.
backdrop to work, and I'm not sure we
Nice.
usually wait for just a minute or so, Chantel, see if anybody has any questions. They may or may not.
Sure.
But
Yep.
yeah, that was wonderful.
Yeah.
No questions popping up. So, all right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good weekend. And
Okay.
we'll see you next Tuesday. Thanks again. Bye, Raymond. Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Nice to see you too. Mwah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.